Okay, we are on our last mandatory quiz in Apex. The study is on spheres. And so let's go in our own words. What is a sphere? It is our three-dimensional circular solid. And you might just think of it as a solid round ball. So any ball-shaped solid. And so now we've been studying circles. Now we're talking about spheres. What's the difference? A circle is two-dimensional and a sphere is a three-dimensional version of it. Both are geometric figures that consist of all the points that lie the same distance from a center point. So if you look at this picture right here, this right here is the center of your sphere. We still have radii. So there's a radii, there's a radii, there's a radii. And then we've got this line through the center, which is your diameter or axis of the sphere, like turning on that axis. So we've got two formulas. We've got surface area for the sphere and the volume formula for the sphere. Surface area is just 4 pi r squared, or 4 times the area formula of that sphere. And volume formula is 4/3 pi r cubed. So this is your volume, and r is your radius. So let's just do a volume and a surface area with a radius 6. So we would go 4 times pi times 6 squared. Let's take it a step back, which is 4 pi times 36, which is 144 pi units. So this would be my exact answer, and I could multiply by pi. Notice that surface area is units squared. It's two-dimensional. Now we're going to go do the volume, 4/3 times pi times 6 cubed. And 6 cubed is 216. And 3 goes into 21/7. 3 goes into 6, 2. So it's 4 pi times 72. This is 8, 28. So it's 288 pi units cubed. Now remember that we can multiply by 3.14 or by the pi button to get a decimal answer. But volume I'm going to call the green formula. Okay, so a cube and a sphere have the same length, width, and height. So picture a cube, picture a sphere. But remember that the surface area of a cube is always going to be greater than the surface area of a sphere because it's got those corner spaces that the sphere does not. And the volume of a cube is also greater than the volume of a sphere. A right cone, cylinder, and sphere have the same radius and height. Well, the surface area of the cylinder is going to be greater than the surface area of the sphere, which is greater than the surface area of the cone. Picture the cone as the smallest surface area. All right, let's practice with the yellow and the green formulas. Okay. Also, it's giving us volume of a prism and volume of a cylinder. Okay, so for the first one, we're being asked to do the surface area of a sphere. So remember to go look up here. It's the one that's 4 times the area. So surface area of a sphere is 4 times the area of that circle. And we see our little radius is 7. So it's going to be 4 pi times 49. Grab your calculators and multiply that. 196 pi units squared. There's no inches or anything. Because it's surface area, we do square units. Okay, the axis of the sphere below measures 24 units. That's the whole axis. So our radius is half the axis, or 12. And then again, they're asking for surface area. So that's going to be 4 times 144. So 576 pi units squared is our surface area. What is the surface area of a sphere with a radius of 19? So 4 times 361 is 1444 pi units squared. Surface area of a sphere with radius of 4. And that surface area would be 64 pi units squared. So again, we're just taking that radius, squaring it, multiply that area by 4. And there's our surface area. Okay, volume of a sphere. You go back up and look at that formula, 4/3. Look right here. 4/3 pi r cubed, because it's a cubic answer. Seven times 7 is 49, but 49 times 7 is 343. And we say 3 plus 4 is 7, plus 3 is 10. This is not divisible by 3. So we say 1372 pi over 3 u cubed. Next one gives us the axis, or the whole diameter, of 12. So our radius is going to be half of that diameter. And so now we go volume. So 144 times another 12 is 1728, and that is divisible by 3. And that's 4 pi times 576, and then 576 times 4 is 2304 pi u cubed. What is the volume of a sphere with radius of units 2.5? Two point five cubed is 15.625. That is not divisible by 3. So let's go times 4. $62.5 pi over 3 u cubed. 11 to the power of 3 is 1331 times 4. 5324 u cubed. Okay, sometimes the left sphere in the has a radius of r and the surface is equal to 115. Find the surface area of a sphere with twice the radius. So if we've got sphere, let's first do surface area. It's equal to 4 pi r squared. And we're plugging in 115 is that surface area. So first we're going to start by dividing by 4, and we can divide by pi. We're getting 9.15. And then we're going to square root both sides to get the radius of 3.02 units. On this next one, they give us a volume of 60 units cubed. Can you guys hear my puppies and my dog wrestling? They, of course, come follow me wherever I'm doing the video. One just fell off a pillow. Okay, this time we're working backwards to find the radius when given the volume of 60. So first we're going to get rid of that denominator, multiplying both sides by 3, and then dividing both sides by 4 pi. and it's 14.3239, etc. And then we're going to take the cubed root of that. And that comes out to 2.4286 units. Okay, now I want to go look at the apex answers. Okay, so right here on the key that I'm going to attach, it's not only giving you the pi answers over in my answer key, but I've got the exact answers here. I'm sorry, the approximate answers of 615.44 units squared, 1808.64 units squared, 4534.16 units squared, 200.96 units squared, then the volumes multiplied out. So if you multiply by the 3.14, it's what you get. And then here comes the ones we just did. With full answer key for you to go ahead and double check. And so it's asking you the volume of a sphere with twice the radius. And so here, plugging in it's like we're working backwards to solve for that R, and then we take that and double it. And over here, you're working backwards with that volume. And then instead of doing the volume formula, we're then doing 2 times that radius in this part over here. Okay, so I wanted you to be able to see this guy. This key will be attached as well for your reference.